Good afternoon, everybody. What's up? Put a one in the chat if you can hear my voice. I need to do a sound check real quick, make sure that this is clear. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. One in the chat if y'all can hear my. There we go. What is up? Let's see who we got so far. It's a handful of folks. Yep, good. All right, y'all can hear me. Perfect. We got to get that out of the way. All right, I am not on my regular computer. I'm on my phone because I am out of town, y'all. So I'm going to try to get this in. I wasn't really planning to come on here until all of this stuff happened. And I know y'all want to talk about it. What is up? Let's see. Hey, Carrie. Alicia, what's going on? Living for me, 75 pros. Ginger, Naomi, what's up? Hey, Pisces, girl. Annette, Cans. What is up? So y'all saw this trailer, huh? Y'all saw the trailer? I'm not going to play here, one, because I don't know how to do all that from my phone. My computer is so much easier to do all the screen sharing and whatnot. But y'all saw it. You synced it. Ginger, you saw it? Man. So, first of all, yes, it looks good. It does look good. Hey, Lucy. So it looks good from the standpoint that it looks interesting, but I'm super aggravated by 98% of the content of it. And really interested to see what you all had to say about it, what you think about it. Is it just me, or is it true that the past, I don't know, 3-4 episodes have been real chill and peaceful? Like, I just said this, like a regular show, right? Like, oh, okay, yeah, I watched that. That was good. Moving on, turn the channel. Nothing really to see here. Exactly how television should be. And why is that? Because we were missing a particular person being the sage on the stage. And if this trailer does not just completely prove the point that there is one particular person that brings all the chaos, and then we're supposed to believe that it's actually this person that's being bothered. No one has bothered, talked about, referenced this lady for the past several episodes. And it has been like, okay, good. New storylines, new conversations, everybody getting along. And then here she come. Exactly, living for me. It was calm. It was peaceful. It was starting to become positive. And then here we come. Here we come. So it's a few things that I want to talk about as far as this trailer is concerned, y'all. And just want to know what y'all think. So first of all, first and foremost, why exactly, Alicia, right? Why is Sunny on the trip? Why? Hey, Symmetry. Why is Sunny on the trip? I'm interested to see how they fold that in. It makes zero sense for that lady to be there. None. Whose friend is it? No one's claiming her of the whole show. So how did she make it to the trip? And I want to go back to what the girls from DC, Love and Marriage to DC, were talking about when they were really grilling Carlos on why Sunny even got a seat at the table in the first place and how shady that is. So she violated her executive producer privileges. And then instead of just being let go and being banned from reality TV for crossing the line, she gets a spot on the actual show. That don't make any sense. Like, what is she? Why was she there? And it's very, very aggravating because I feel like they're just trying to make fetch happen with Sunny. Sunny, we get it. You dating Moses. I could see if Moses was like a regular character on the show, right? If Moses, let's say Moses was I don't know, anybody who regularly on there. And then it makes sense that she's part of the show because she's dating a cast member. Neither one of them clowns are cast members. Why are they forcing us to care about them? I really don't understand what she's there for. other than to get on our nerves and other than to completely clown and play herself too. Did you all see the from last week's episode where they were asking Moses about the name of his business? And for some reason, she had to hop in there and explain, girl, you fresh off the boat. Everything you got to say is what he told you. And you look real simple. Oh, well, we'll have other businesses. We'll name other, girl, what are you trying to prove and who are you trying to prove it to? I don't get why she's there. So we supposed to believe that these people care? I don't get it. I don't know. Pro said exactly, seems like Mel invited her just like she did Kiki. Yeah, like who exactly is her friend there? And is it a future episode where someone's gonna tell her that, oh, Mel's supposed to tell her that people don't really want you around? Duh. Why would you want to be around? They have to make this make sense. And just in the spirit of storytelling. They need to make this make sense. And right now it doesn't make sense. There is no connector other than destiny for Sonny and Moses on this show. And for Sonny to get aggravated and nasty every time somebody brings that up is just more annoying. Because of messy ass Mel. Basically, they are thirsty as hell for a fight from Destiny. They want Destiny to go low. And Melody just wants to create a chaotic environment so that she can prove herself to be the calm, level-headed, anointed one. And that's just not what this is bringing. It's bringing that you brought all this chaos intentionally. And before I go completely in, I want to at least get calm or like level, because I have a whole lot to say. And it's not really gonna be nice. Mel done attach herself to flat screen TV to get someone to do her dirty work again. And it's so obvious, though. It's just so obvious. And we got to talk about how they over there dragging this poor lady on the neighborhood talk. I had to go see it for myself, y'all. I had to log on to Instagram. Can y'all believe it? I had to literally log on so that I could read the comments. It was worth it. Because it's a mess over there. It is in shambles the way that they come for this lady. And I don't know where the mellometers are because I don't really see them swinging and windmilling in the chat on her behalf. Or maybe the bots don't work on Instagram. I don't know, child. Yeah. Same recycled storylines. And Lala, I'm telling you, that's literally what they're doing. They slowly exposing her. I think that is really the whole theme of the entire season, is this like chipping away at this whole like this social media bullying harassment thing with her fans, right? Like I really think that that's the goal of it, and I really can't wait for that table scene where Stormi comes. Now y'all know a lot of times too the trailer be pumping stuff up and then we actually see it and it be lackluster, right? I'm holding out hope that table conversation gives what it's supposed to give between Stormi and Mel. I'm really looking forward to that. I tried to find a video but couldn't find it. What, the trailer? Butterfly posted it and it's on OWN. I was on the Kiwi. Listen, I was over there and I wanted to laugh, but then I felt bad about laughing because it's like, are you laughing because these people dragging this lady? Or are you laughing because it's funny? Like, I don't know. I was trying to work through my emotions on it because I really don't be wanting to be mean, but I'm like, good Lord, this is bad. And I don't know how the fans and how those content creators are going to be able to spin that. Like, oh my God, she did so well. And and it makes me wonder too, like who's been buying all these songs on iTunes? I don't know, child. They windmill on YouTube. Yeah, because I think they probably have like looser kind of like bot guidelines on YouTube. The bots aren't on IG. But see, here's the thing. Like somebody said it in the comments over there too. Like, they're like, she might be killing it in Alabama, but this ain't it. Like, in general, this show in general, if people aren't really into it and watch it like we do, folks really don't get it. And there's no real like star appeal or any of that. So it comes off as clownish. And it doesn't help if you wear a black and white striped suit. Like, I don't think any of that was good for her. And it just it's given everything that the people in the comments said it was given. Everything in the comments that they said it was given. It was given, I can't move on. It was given yet another song about your ex. It's been 5 years. Like, everything that we've been saying is what everybody in the comments. A couple people like, she sound good. And then immediately it's like 30 comments behind that, like, girl, quit. Just quit. Lies. So, right. And I can't wait to see Stormi for calling out and Destiny. We gonna see what happens. But look, let's get into it, y'all. I got a couple things. They're not gonna be nice. Here's the first thing I'm about to say that's not nice. Okay. First of all, wait, only folks who like violence like this trailer. Why can't it be normal? Yeah, listen, I liked it when it was calm. Let me get through these comments real quick before I start going in. Did you see her face when Stormi called her out? Mm-hmm. But you know how they play that too. That may not even been what she was reacting to. So we honestly got to wait until the shows actually air to know exactly what it was about. But let me tell y'all the few things that I got a problem with. Exhibit 1. And y'all know this is not like me, but I just got to be real. And I don't care who don't like it. Who is that big blockhead lace front wearing lady that is now hanging out with Melody? Who is that? And why? Is this yet another person that Melody is bringing on to the show because she can't stand on her own 2 feet and resolve conflict with others and reach resolution so that she can move on like everybody else does on television? Instead of her actually fixing and looking for resolution, she just throws people away and then buys new ones. Is that it? Is that who that person? Who is that lady? Who is she? Shanita from Basketball Wives. She got a lot of work done. Listen, when Ariane was talking about linebackers, that's the only thing that keeps coming into my head. She was an ex-football player. That makes sense. She played football. Supposedly an ambassador. Girl, listen, stop. I'm sick. Oh, I'm so sick. I'm so tired of pretentious ass females giving themselves titles, hosting events, and women empowerment. That should be such a scam. Them be the meanest, nastiest, low vibrational assholes that anyone has ever met. Be the ones that want to put on women empowerment movements. Like, stop. You charging all them women to come sit and eat banquet food and listen to you with your self-aggrandizement. It is nothing but a fest for narcissists. It's a narcissistic festival for narcissistic women to get on a stage and pat themselves on the back and call themselves uplifting other people by putting themselves on display and talking about how great they are. Like, please. Please. I'd rather chew glass. But if she played football, then I guess that makes, ex-football wives. Oh, she was on the football. Oh, well. Y'all sure she wasn't playing? And I really don't like doing that, y'all. But I'm my patience is short on this whole formula of every season Melody brings somebody else on the show to do what she don't have the nerve to do. And now we got to sit there and listen to this lady chime in. Shut your ass up, bitch. We've been waiting years. We've been waiting years to hear Melody answer these questions. Not your big head ass. You be quiet. That's my feelings about that. I don't know why she's talking. Why are they even putting the camera on that lady? You ain't been here. Shut your mouth. It's a table full of other females who got real, true beef with this lady, and let them work it out. She don't need no bodyguard. She don't need no moderator. Let her stand in it. In the mess that she created, let her stand in it. Since she's so big and she's so bad and she got an army of the willing behind her, let her stand her little frail, narrow behind ass right there and answer them goddamn questions. And you shut your big head ass up. That's it. And I can't, it is just definitely being a flunky. You always need a flunky. If you that big and bad, stand on it. That'd be the worst when you get people who just be talking big shit, cash money shit, and they ain't never by themselves. Never. And now she got to get them bigger and wider and taller because you, what is this? Stand on your own 2 feet. You do not need a bodyguard. Stormi and them ain't gonna do nothing to you but try to hold you accountable, and you ain't gonna do that. So you gonna leave that place the same way you came in. You don't have nothing to be scared of. She does. Lucy, I've been trying to figure out where do I know this lady from. Maybe that's it. Maybe it is Marlon Wayne's character on White Chicks. It's giving something along those. And I'm not. I mean, here's my thing. It's not really talking about her looks because I don't think she really looks like that. I think if she were to wipe off all of that makeup and take off that wig and undo just all that stuff, that she's probably a very pretty girl. It's just it's the extras. It's given Drag Race. It's too much. I don't trust it. Y'all, I told y'all I was scared of clowns. It's given clown, and it's exactly what I don't like about clowns. It's like, what you trying to hide? You know, you got you got the nose on, you got the lips on, you got like the hair ain't, like, what are you trying to hide? It's just not trustworthy. And I don't want to see her on there. Now, obviously Carlos didn't take the notes that I gave to him about how to improve the show. Don't bring not another female on this show through Melody. We already seen that play out 11 times. They all end up crossing over, but Foster not, because obviously she paid to do it. That's a whole other, she figured out what she got to do to keep folks loyal, and that's called a little quid pro quo. And she on her like network or something like that. Yeah, so that alliance is in ink, and that's what makes it just insufferable to watch. I don't want to watch anybody who is just a paid puppet for nobody else. Shut up. Let her speak for herself. Every time, and then it looked like she trying to come for Leticia too. That's what she really don't want to do. Don't do that. Please don't do that. I really hope, I'm gonna wait for that scene to play out because I really hope that person, Foster, didn't really come to the table and really try to pull it with the other girls. Like, you trying to come over here and get a moment for what? You don't need a moment. It's so annoying. I don't know what that. It's weird. I don't know what these folks got going on, but it's weird, and I don't like it. And I guess it don't matter if we like it or not because she owned there. I don't. I just can't. And then and then and then. Speaking of the two of them together, why in that one scene on the trailer? Why is Melody all up in arms about what happened to Maurice? He got a DUI, and then the very next day, he's taking a picture. What about him? He's still doing that? Why are y'all so invested? Y'all not Maurice's wife, his kids, his mama. Why are these two hoes so overly invested in Maurice getting a DUI? That also got on my nerves. Why are y'all even having a conversation? I don't care that they did have a conversation about it. Why did they have to film it and show us the conversation that they had about Maurice? What Maurice got to? Why do you care, Melody? What Maurice got going on? To be talking about that man behind his back. That's none of your business. What business can you talk about your business, please? We still waiting on that. Still waiting on you to talk about your stuff. But everybody used you for a storyline. We done saw 3-4 episodes. Nobody mentioned you. So obviously you ain't no storyline for anybody. But yet here you come yet again creating storylines out of other people's business. And that blockhead lady that she got with her shouldn't have nothing to say. Why she out again? Are you his mama? She must be the pastor. She must be his pastor. She gives pastor vibes too. Like, why do you care what Maurice got going on? To the extent that y'all got to do this poor skit that they put on. You could tell that Melly didn't care. And she get a face like, right? Why? How he disappointed you? He disappointed y'all because he got a DUI? Y'all, why are you? I just can't. It just be, of all the good stuff to talk about on this show, it'd be the fake conversations for me. It'd be the fake storylines for me. Like we didn't even need that scene of the two of them doing a role play that they didn't practice on the phone 10 times before the filming day. Please get GTFOH. I'm so irritated by that. I do not want that lady on there. Nell acts scary around everybody except her kids. I said that in my live a few days ago. That only a handful of y'all looked at. Make sure that y'all hit the like button. And if y'all been shadow watching, you may as well subscribe. I appreciate it. That's her. I know what you're talking about. A lot of videos today concerning Martell and the Scott brothers too, of course. And okay, that's another thing that I'm gonna get into because I'm about to go off about that too. Plastic surgery. That's why Stormi was there, but Stormi didn't follow suit because they weren't paid. Stormi, Destiny, um, Tiffany, Kiki, and them. The reason why I didn't go as planned is because she wasn't paying them. Because them girls actually thought they was coming on to build relationships and stuff, and then realized who the actual problem was. Because you got to be Stevie Wonder not to be able to see it, and then it worked the way that it would when you dealing with balanced, rational human beings. You would literally have to pay somebody to ignore all of that. Don't believe your eyes. Don't believe your ears. Just do what I tell you to do. That's the only way that this is going to work. So she figured out a better formula, but I'm not buying it. Not buying it. Yeah. She don't share nothing. I don't know what other than your marriage that's 5 years old. Who else on any other television show would be able to drag their divorce out for 5-6 years on a TV show? Nobody. Not one. Not one single person. And she not the first person for it to happen to either. But she is the first person to drag it for 5 to 6 seasons. And then her fans get angry with folks who want her to move on. Like somebody in the comments over there, Neighborhood Talk, was like, this is what you get when you have a bunch of hurt people being your hype men. And expose him for what? All this exposing. What is that about? And that's how you know when people don't have nothing going on, when their whole life is just built around what they can expose that somebody else is doing. All that is to just keep the smoke away from them. And that's what makes it dark. And that's when people don't want to watch it. So again, now notice where the mean-spirited, dark type of stuff comes from. Who brings it in? Because we've been able to see a difference in the past few episodes that it's just been regular little innuendo that you see on reality TV shows. But this is too much. Anyway, unless that's her attorney, she needs to shut up. Who? Oh, that lady. And she still shouldn't be there. I'm about to get on that pros. But Cynthia, on what planet should Martell as a whole man even be trying to go back and forth with Leticia in that way? Shouldn't she be afraid of him? Just from the sheer threat of potential violence, which is why men and women don't fight like physically, and the type of stuff that he was saying. Like, she's probably also afraid that he gonna end up doing something that's gonna make Marcel snap his neck. Like, seriously. When they got back from the trip, she said when she could talk, she was going to drag everybody who was pretending to be Mel's friend. The blockhead lady said that? No, okay. I'm happy you said that because I did hear her say that in the trailer. These people are not your friends. Which of those folks claim to be her friend? Can somebody put that in the chat? Which of those ladies actually proclaimed to be her friend? Better yet, which of those ladies have Melody called her friend? None. None. That's why Blockhead is there. They're not her friends. They don't like her. The feeling is mutual. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. None of those people are pretending to be Melody's friend. None of them. None of them. Tisha said that ain't her friend. She said it is what it is. We can be cordial. Destiny said it is what it is. We can be cordial. Stormi ain't saying much anything because I think Stormi is waiting for the right time to say how she feel. But we know she got smoke. Kimmy is like, yeah, we friends. Kimmy, maybe. But Kimmy ain't one of them people that's just gonna be no do girl. Just because we friends, I'm gonna do everything you say. That's some little girl stuff. That's what 12-year-olds do. I wish that blockhead would. We don't need, oh my gosh, please don't. I really truly hope that that's that lady's last time on our television screen. I really do. I will probably stop watching it behind that, actually. I don't want to see her. I don't. Let Melody stand up for herself. She didn't spend all this time building up the animosity and stuff that they all have between each other. Let her stand accountable. The rest of them don't get to bring somebody in and run a point guard to keep them from just blocking them from being able to answer questions. No, they don't like you. And yes, Nell went on there and did an interview and said that you're stubborn. Where did she lie? You are. You are stubborn. But that just also goes to show y'all that you're not supposed to say anything negative about her. That's what it means to be friends. Her idea of friendship is to only ever. You would think it's Scott. Is her is she real? Is she Putin? Vladimir? Is that you, Vladimir? I swear to God, she act like she's state TV. It's the Soviet Union when you friends with that lady. Who wants to be bothered with that? Who wants to be bothered with that? It's definitely something she's definitely trying to hide. She's going through too much to try to keep anybody from criticizing her. And it's really annoying. Just get the fuck on at this point, please. I'm going to expose everybody. Shut your ear. Expose what's underneath your wig and underneath them 10 layers of makeup. Expose that. How about you expose who you are? Because I'm not buying this white chicks thing that you pulling. And I know this is me, but I don't even care at this point. These people have unnerved me. Forget that lady. Forget that lady. Unnerved. Moving on away from her. But I'm happy y'all said that it was white chicks because that's literally it. Like, lady, until we can actually see who, like, what is your actual skin tone? Like, it all looks like is what is that plastic stuff they use for theater makeup? It's all fondant that they put on the cakes. I don't know what all that is, but I don't want to hear nothing from her until she peel all that stuff off and come and talk to us plain, like what you really look like, lady. Don't come over here getting in nobody's face, questioning nobody when you got a whole mask on and we don't even know who you are or why you here. We need to see the terms of your contract with Melody before we engage in any conversations with you. It's enough hoes on this show. We ain't need another one. I don't think she is going anywhere. She'll probably get more screen time. No, listen, I will throw this whole show away if they force us to sit and listen to that lady. She's not real. That's the thing that people like about this show is that the women are more realistic and accessible and normal and people can relate. Who relates to that lady? I don't even know. I don't even know what or who she is. Fondant, I know it's not called that, but it's given. It's given fondant. If somebody else can tell me what they call it when it's the makeup kind. You know, when they be making the mask and stuff on them zombie movies where they wanted to look like your face peeling off, like that's what it's given. And I'm only going this hard on it because how do you get to talk about how you gonna be exposing who this and who that when you won't even come in here playing? You won't even expose who you are. You don't even feel confident in yourself to present the way that God intended for you to. You doing a whole lot of covering up. The both of y'all doing a whole lot to cover up your face, what you look like, what you like, your hair, everything. Be real. Just be real. That's a start. Make your own bed first. I don't want to see it. I don't. I don't want to see Sunny talking about her whatever the hell she going through to conceive. Don't want to hear that story. We don't care enough about you in this show, Sunny, to care about your journey. Like this, these people don't. Whoever is writing the show don't understand. We have to care about you before we care about what you're going through. That's what they brought Trish. The only reason why Trish is interesting because she's giving us something that's making us care about her a little bit. She's giving us something. She showed we know that she in conflict. Her whole ex-husband on the show crying, y'all. She been on 4-5 episodes and gave more than Mel has given in the past 5 years. So therefore, I'ma let Trish cook. I'ma let her cook. I still don't know. I don't really know because she's a little mysterious. But I'm going to let Trish cook. And here's why I'm going to let her cook. Because she actually is intentionally trying to build positive and genuine relationships with the other ladies. That's why Trish, you should let her cook. I also like the little bit of yang that he bringing to Martell. Like something between Martell and Ken is going to be something that's worth watching. Don't have nothing to do with Melody. Don't have nothing to do with Martell and Melody. It's a complete Melody exclusive. She's no part of that has anything to do with this lady. And that has given us 2 episodes so far. Bravo. None of the storylines right now that we've been seeing over the past 2 weeks have anything to do with her. And I think she don't like that, which is why she coming with big head to come and stir the pot and do all of this stuff. And I will honestly apologize and everything if that lady ever comes on this show and actually be a real person. But like basketball wife energy, NFL wife, housewives, those type of women will not read well on a show like this. People watch this show because for something different than what those shows offer. Trish ain't really lying. She just not telling y'all the whole truth. Carrie headed that this is an exposure. That it's they definitely trying to force Melody's feet to be held to the fire. We got to see where it ends. Well, we see it's ending with her running off as usual, but I don't know if that is gonna last. We don't know. We'll have to just see it. I think that Trish is just not entirely forthcoming. I don't know if I would say she's been lying. I don't know if she's lying. Well, I mean, I guess she lied to the girls, but she did that because she wanted to talk to Ken first. So I understand that. I think she's also trying to figure out how to navigate TV. So I'm going to give Trish a little grace. But don't forget when Trish said that she'll explode. Y'all got to keep that kind of stuff in mind. They play that stuff for a reason. Trish probably going to end up dragging somebody real big. And I'm not looking forward to that. I'm just saying. Something else that irritated me from that trailer is Martell. I'm about to go in on Martell for a second. And I don't think I've ever done this. Martell has, oh gosh, how can I say this without being disrespectful to all men? Martell is a simp. I'm sorry. I have to just say it. I won't say I've never, right? The idea that whenever Martell starts to feel uncomfortable or someone starts to try to hold him accountable, the very next thing he does is lash out and lie and say outlandish things. Martell is also a person that likes to live in the gray. The way that he keep playing about how he knew Trish and how this and that and doing it to play to the cameras. He's doing the same thing anytime he comes out and accuses Marcel or Maurice or Leticia. Now he's trying to say Leticia slept. Like he does that for a reason. I've never seen, and I will say this, I ain't never seen no man who decided to step out on his family, but then blame his friends. I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for y'all when I was hanging out with y'all. That, like, are you 5? Martell has like this child complex where he goes into like baby mode, like infant. He infantilizes himself. Maybe it's infantilizes. He becomes an infant. He does that to himself. He will immediately make himself an infant to escape accountability. It's everybody else's fault around him. It's not, well, you were sleeping with 20 girls. And we know that he just pulled that, but he also knows what it does to the viewership. He's also playing with the viewers. He's also playing with the millimeters. He's also doing that. He uses them to his advantage as well, because he knows that he can weaponize them against the Scots or whomever else that he doesn't like momentarily. Whoever is trying to question and hold Martell accountable, that is what he does. He does it all the time. And we watch, and y'all say that him and Mel are the same. They are the same. They're very much the same. Martell acts like an infant, and he was able to be an infant because he allowed her to have control in their relationship. You can see by the way she spoke to him. Look at any of those season one, any of the footage that we have with the two of them together. She ran a show. And he was able to sit back and be a baby. He did work, he did provide. He was like the stay-at-home mom. He was the number two. He was not the head of the household. He pretended like he was, but he was not. And he felt safety and comfort in not having to actually be the head. And he was very insecure. I'm basically kind of giving y'all my Martell breakdown. He was very insecure behind all that as well. But instead of actually doing something about it, he then just lets it come out in these very passive aggressive ways. He is a very passive aggressive person. I don't think that he's a narcissist, but I think he's very, very passive aggressive. He's not able to say, look, this is a problem or that, or I can be accountable for this. As a man, I can stand on that. Whenever he feels like he's caught off guard or he's being held accountable in a way that he doesn't want to be accountable, the very next thing Martell is going to do is have diarrhea of the mouth and say a whole bunch of outlandish, sensationalized shit that's going to send spokes on a spiral. That's what he does, and it works. And they used to do that shit together. And he didn't like it when she was doing it to him, right? Just like she didn't think it was anything wrong with it when they were doing it together, but then she has a problem when he does it to her. It is like it's two sides of the exact same coin. They both are very much the same. They are very, very much the same. Neither one of them like to accept accountability, but Martell is excessively passive aggressive. He is passive aggressive AF, and will say anything he can say to spin the narrative away from him. We watched him do it on the season 2 reunion when Melly was pregnant. I have that in my clapbacks video, where he sat there and was going off about Leticia and Marcel, saying that Leticia lied and he didn't buy no car. And you sitting here saying that you got proof. That's funny to me because you this, and then come to find out the whole time he did buy that lady a BMW. Everything that she said was true. But let him tell it sitting on that couch. You can see how much of a liar that man really is. But he's only going to lie to protect himself in his own interest. He's only going to lie to the extent that it protects him from being held accountable. Does it mean that he don't ever tell the truth? He does. He has said some truthful things. But as a defense mechanism, he going to say something outlandish in the midst of him being held accountable just to change the conversation. That is the goal. The goal is to change the topic of the discussion in that moment. If any of them were smart, they would ignore every time he said that kind of stuff, let him get it out, and then come right back to the point they were making before. His only goal is to get them to stop talking about whatever they're talking about. He would instead want them talking about the lie he just made up with instead of being on his ass about his decision making. Yeah, he wants, and it is deeper than that, because what I'm talking about are his shortcomings. He has positive attributes like all of them do, but that shortcoming is 100% that. And I do not like whatsoever how he got his goofy ass up there and started yelling about, this is when we used to sleep with women together. Nigga, don't nobody believe that. Shut your goofy ass up. You ain't even got that much game and play to be pulling no 3 and 4-somes around here. You are a lame and a simp and a goofy with a nice body. And I mean, for some women, that's all they want. Nobody asking him to read Shakespeare or no shit. That's not what they want you for, Martell. I'm just saying. That's not why they want you, bro. Martell has zero game. None. No game whatsoever. So all this, he wants us to believe that him, and neither does Marceau or Maurice. Could y'all imagine the three of them with basically what he trying to say is that they trafficking folks together, which he better be careful with that. Cause come on? Cause y'all imagine them three halfway goofy dudes running up to and trying to come up to any group of women in the club? Please. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. Ken could. Courtney could. Because Courtney got that little, je ne sais quoi, that little low key that he got the eyes. Courtney won't have to do too much. He don't really have to say a whole lot. He can pull them just off of, he can be real nondescript with it. He got a little swag. Now, does Martell have swag? Sure. He dresses nice. That's fine. But for any of us to truly believe in the stuff that he's saying that they was out here doing, these 60-some-year-old ladies might believe that. But those of us who closer to that, to the clubs and all being out like that, know that them three goofy looking ass niggas wouldn't be able to come up to a bunch of women and do nothing but buy them a drink and get sent off with the wrong phone number. So just stop. I'm tired of them. This is what I was looking for. His trauma happened in childhood and he's stuck there. He's a clown and I don't think he really cares. I completely agree with the first sentence. I really do. I think that there is something there that he goes into child mode and he behaves very immaturely and is very passive aggressive. And that is really the root of all of the problems that he has right now. I heard a quote once where they say everybody grown until it's time to communicate. He does not know how because he's passive aggressive and he's emotional and immature. With a nice facade and a nice outfit. But once you actually start talking to these ladies, like he would have to get a young one like an Ariane. And she just looking at it for like one of them zaddy kind of situations, whatever to that. But I'm not buying on no day. The funds will come back insufficient if y'all want me to believe that Maurice, Martell, and Marceau was just running through Vegas and Atlanta getting all the hoes. And then ain't none of the hoes actually came out and said, yeah, that's me. In an environment, in a situation with social media now, that it don't take much for them to do so. They would do it for the clout alone, for the clicks and the views. Ain't happened. Why? Because they don't exist. They don't exist unless they 70. And even them, they want a YouTube channel too. I'm not buying it. Y'all ain't gonna be able to make me believe that. Sorry. Y'all can buy it. You might be too far removed. Maybe when y'all used to go down to the juke joints, it didn't take much. They just, because I seen some of the me and my aunties and them came up with them same church shoe, no sock wearing Negroes with shorts on. Same outfit Marty they love them some. All he gotta get a little Vaseline on them knees. Look like he got a job he go to every day. That's all that it took. It take a little bit more than that now. And Martell, Maurice, and Marceau. First, okay, let me stop. I'm just saying. Please. I don't think that it does sound stupid to say that. That's called prove it. I mean, if it sounds stupid to you, I guess. At this point, if you can't prove it, I don't even want to talk about it. Leticia is over Martell running off at the mouth every time that he feel like somebody's clowning him for the actual decisions, the documented decisions that he has made. He then wants to flip it to shit that can't be proved. And he wants to put more weight on the things that he ain't able to prove instead of dealing with the very clear documented issues that have arose from the decisions that he has made, that everybody is aware of, that's impacting everybody, because that's why Mel is on a goddamn rampage, tearing everybody's shit down because of him. And he acting like his decisions and stuff is not impacting other people. That's why they're trying to hold you accountable, dummy. Could you imagine it? I'm just saying, you imagine you and your homegirls, y'all sit in the club, and you got to think back to 2007. Apparently, Maurice was 40 pounds heavier than he is today, and none of them had no real money. And here they all come trying to proposition you and your friends for threesomes. Get the fuck out of here. Denise, I don't do that, so you going on timeout. Yeah, for any of y'all who don't typically come in the chat, I don't do no Leticia slander. So we'll leave that there. Y'all got enough channels to go to where y'all can call her all the names in the book. But until somebody actually has some actual proof, I'm gonna tell you what's stupid. Let's do this. Since Tisha's so stupid, I'm gonna tell you what's actually stupid. Any chick who ain't moved on after 5 or 6 years of somebody being very clear that they don't want you, that to me would be stupid. That's kind of playing yourself. For anybody who has had such terrible relationships in life that they have attached themselves to some woman from reality TV and made her a form of idolatry because it makes you feel better about your own lack of decision making or poor decision making or the folks that you've chose to be in relationship with, that's clown behavior. That sounds stupid to me. That's very stupid to me. But what's not stupid is somebody who's constantly being attacked about their husband being unfaithful from folks who have zero moral standing whatsoever. Martell and Melody are not qualified to give her any advice about her relationship. They're not qualified to do it. Not qualified. They lack the moral standing to have a conversation about such matters. Get somebody else to do it. Hopefully somebody with a receipt. Because they are talking about the person that they married to. They're using Melody and all them as a portal. They make this really their life that they talking about. Anyway, what else about this trailer? That might be really it. The rest of it seemed Stormi. I told y'all a while ago that I'm watching Stormi to try to figure out exactly like what it is that she that where she's going with this, because I know she actually has, and she's one person of everybody who has enough concrete evidence to literally file libel and slander uh, uh, suit. She does, because she can actually show damages. She can show damages. Stormi has actual damages that she can show, which would justify, which will probably make it to where she would probably actually win. Anybody can file a suit, but Stormi actually has the damages necessary. She can show the damages necessary to win a suit. She could win. She has enough to win. And I wonder, like, she gave Tisha all this smoke on the show, but she was calling her husband out of his name, and she was doing all of this. Like, that don't make sense, but she being real light on Melody. And I said, she must be doing something in the background. It must be something that we don't see. I'm going to stay tuned on that. Because I do like for her to say, she nailed her down. Tell me where you stand. And that is something that none of them girls on that show ever do. They never, one, she usually gets up and runs before anybody can really ask a direct question. But the fact that she had her sitting there and she said, tell me where you stand. That was the perfect question. It wasn't about a feeling. It wasn't about that this happened. Did you know? It wasn't any of that. Fine. You didn't know. You can't control it. It ain't your fault. But right now in this moment, tell me where you stand on that type of behavior. Where do you stand? That was the type of question for that people who don't like accountability would hate. Because either you answer the question or you don't. And when you don't answer it, you've answered it, which is why Stormi says, say less. Because that means I know where you stand. You think it's fine, which I already knew that. But now I have you on record being pinned down to say you don't feel like you need to argue with nobody on the internet about anything. Boom. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I need to know. So if you don't think that you need to do it, okay, say less. Then I saw somebody yesterday saying they want Mel to reject her fans, but they won't reject Miss Betty. And that's when in my mind I'd be like, if these bozos like these have to be I what? That's a false equivalency. Just drawing false equivalences. Miss Betty ain't nothing like the Mellometers. Just stop. Miss Betty, y'all don't like her because she tried to hold Melody accountable. Y'all don't like nobody who tries to hold that lady accountable. She don't like being held accountable. She done got her mascot to stand in between her and all the folks who she got smoked with because she don't want to be held accountable. I don't know why she wants to go on a vacation or take these hoes on a trip if you can't even go and be with them by yourself. I don't understand that either. Yeah, Miss Wanda is also another false equivalency. It's not the same thing. You want me to say more how she won a libel suit? I did a whole live about lawsuits and stuff when all this lawsuit stuff was big, and I laid out the everything that is needed to actually win a defamation lawsuit when you are a public figure. I laid it all out. If you go into my lives, you'll see it. I believe it's called Law Who's Suing Who or something like that. I laid out everything that is required to win, and for Stormi, these fans have defamed her products and her business. There's documented evidence of the defamation of it, right? Saying things that are unfounded and not true. Which called the fake reviews. Fake reviews is something that is literally written in like the types of examples of defamation, right? So a fake Google review can be defamatory. A fake product review, any of that stuff can be defamatory. Um, it's all about how do you prove it, right? And whether or not you can win a suit. And so someone just saying something mean about you or about your product isn't enough. You have to also show that you lost something, right? So damages could be like, your mental health, that you have, stress. We've seen that. That's documented of the emotional strain that has caused you. Also financial. You can show the financial as well. When her business almost basically fell apart a couple years ago because of the stuff with the warehouse and all the different things. Like she has documented evidence of defamation against her business and her showing damages. Now, people will say, well, how about what Mel didn't do it? It wasn't her specifically. But the fact that she won't say that she stands against it is probably what Stormi needed in order to probably wrap her case up. Because if these people are doing things in your name, on your behalf, and everyone, that's clear. all these people in the chat doing all these different things. They're doing it on her behalf. They think they're doing it on her behalf. And it doesn't help that she goes into their chats and give them money. It doesn't help that she platforms these people. None of that stuff helps. But what would help her is if she were to denounce it and say, that ain't me. I don't stand for that. I don't support it. Those folks are not representing me. Those people are not doing these things on my behalf. But when Stormi asked her directly, these people are doing this in your name. Listen to what she said to her, and she did it on camera. These people are doing this in your name. That's not her fault. Okay, well, where do you stand on that? And for her not to say that I stand against it, then she is associated. So she definitely has enough to go to court. Now, will she win? Nobody ever can say, but she definitely got enough to make a really good case. Especially now that she has her on camera, not definitively saying I didn't do that. I don't support it. I don't believe in that. I think that it was wrong. I think that it was terrible. I would have never sent anybody to your business to do that. I want you to be successful. You never have to worry about that. And I'll make sure that anybody who follows me, that they know that that's not what I stand for. She didn't want to say any of that. So she digging herself a ditch by being so ornery and what? Stubborn. I have kept pros. I have been saying that over and over and over and over and over again. You're the only person other than me that has said this. You're the only person other than me who said this. If Mel ain't responsible for the millimeters, then Trump ain't responsible for January 6th. But then the brain starts scattering in because we'll leave that alone. Look, them people, it's too late for them. It's too late. She's not going to denounce them. She's not ever. She just said. Stormi asked her, "Where do you stand?" That was her moment to disassociate herself, but she's not going to do that. And that, my friend, will be how she's able to be a co-defendant, or however they label it when it's not a criminal. I think it's still a defendant, or was it plaintiff and defendant? That is what makes it her what is it called, liable. She can be held liable for that. The same way they hold in Trump liable. It's the same thing. And what were they saying? You didn't tell them to stand down. You didn't tell them to stop. Blah, 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 blah. He said, I can't make them. Well, I did. He actually did, but that's a whole other thing. Whatever. What else? Oh, a new person. Irma. Girl, bye. She can't control people no matter what y'all. Okay, lady. We're the sick ones. So it's funny that the people who show up to folks' businesses, they're not sick. That's normal. It's only sick for people who think that if someone is doing something in your name, you should denounce it. So I guess we're all also sick for saying that Trump, anybody who thinks that Trump was responsible for January 6th is also sick. So I guess that's what you think too, Irma? So Trump can't control his supporters either, right? Trump can't control his supporters. That makes us delusional. Do you see? That's so strange. If y'all don't see how the dangers of ideology is front and center right here. These are the dangers of straight up ideology. They don't even see that as being the same thing because they hate Trump so much, but they like Melody. So therefore, when she does it, it's fine because she's perfect. Her intentions are pure. So she can't ever be wrong because she's the Christ-like figure, right? Y'all are out of your minds. I've already done a whole live on idolatry and the Baal factor, and I don't do folks who idolize people. Sorry. Mel's a cult of the Melanots. We already know that. This is all true. Oh yeah, I didn't play it. That's why we having problems. Hold on. You right, Dana. Hold on. 1 second. We'll fix that. We'll fix it. Here we go.
Are you or someone you know experiencing sudden obsession with fictional characters from the hit show Love and Marriage Huntsville? You may be suffering from melody derangement syndrome, or MDS. MDS affects hundreds of fans worldwide, causing compulsive behaviors such as rage tweeting, binge watching YouTube videos, and prying into the personal lives of TV characters. Don't let MDS control your life. Talk to your doctor today about the symptoms of melody derangement syndrome and find out how you can regain control. Consult your physician before starting any treatment. Side effects may include improved social interactions, increased productivity, and a healthier relationship with reality. Viewer discretion is advised.
I should have played that earlier. My bad. Y'all didn't remind me. I usually don't go this hard, which is why people usually don't even be coming in my chat saying nothing. But these people are out of their minds. There's no way that you can sit here and say that and not see the parallels, because you don't want to see it. But again, you can't talk to crazy people about being crazy. You're not gonna be able to convince me that clowns are not scary. It's irrational. It's just an irrational thing. It make you crazy to even try to argue with me about it. You would be the crazy one. I can't see how that model is sustainable. What you say, T? Oh, about the products. She is not a perfect person. How can I see that? They do. And they don't. They think that it's delusional for they think that it's delusional for us to judge her about her works. Like, we know about her works. We don't have faith that she's actually bigger and grander than. I don't have the faith in Melody that y'all have. I'm judging based off of her works. Her works on TV. I don't have the faith in the church of Melody Cherie. That's what you need, faith in the church in order to see past the flaws and all that. I'm not part of y'all church. Okay, I don't believe in that. I believe in Jesus Christ, the Christ. I'm not part of the Melody Cherie Church of Latter-day Saints and baby mamas. Okay. Okay. What was the last thing that I wanted to say about that trailer? The rest of it looked good. It did. I mean, it looked entertaining. I just hate that it had to go in such a dramatic, left. But hopefully there'll be some resolution. I look forward to that. I look forward to Stormi having her peace. And I want to see where that goes. And yeah, I think it's going to be interesting, but I don't want to see that lady. I do not. So other than that, I'm going to get out of here unless y'all... Oh, wait. The comments in Neighborhood Talk today are dragging her so bad. Melissa, it's so bad. It's so bad. And I don't know why they over here in my chat. They need to be over there at the Neighborhood Talk windmilling over there, because I only dislike Melody as a TV character. And I don't listen to her singing, because why? I'm just talking about what I'm seeing on television. You don't got to come to me, because everybody going to have their day in the sun when it come to me, and everybody going to have their day in the gutter if what we're watching warrants that. If it don't warrant it, then I ain't had no smoke for Melody this whole time. Why? Because she been playing it cute. I gave her props to how she talked, nailed down the whole thing. I thought that was great. But this, nope. Ain't no passes here. Because what? I would have to think that she was above reproach. And I don't think that. It ain't even enough chairs up there for the reunion. Who all coming to the reunion? They don't even have enough space for all them folks. They bringing too many people on with reckless abandon. Godly, if Melody can't find and keep a friend on that show, why don't she just go and do a whole... Carlos can make her a show. Or she can just... I don't know. That ain't my business. But if you are time and time again realizing that you don't have a connection to anybody on the show, you don't like them, they don't like you, why are you still there? And it can't be your show, because if it was your show, then I don't know. Listen, I don't even care to figure this shit out no more. Stormi's peace is being offered by God. She'll be fine. Mel and Martell will be split, unfortunately. Yeah, looks like some of y'all are catching up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I wouldn't be there. I'll be trying to build something else. But I guess that's why, maybe that's why she bringing that person there with her, with the face and the hair and all the things. Maybe she's bringing her because that's a bridge into, okay, I I'm putting this on record. I will not watch. I will not watch on a chair. I will not watch it over there. I will not watch it up above. I will not. I'm no Sam. I am. I'm not watching no show with Melody and that lady on it. They should, if they do that, they should use it just to torture foreign adversaries. It should be a torture technique used by the CIA. Don't want to see it. Don't make it. Don't show it to us. Please don't. I will find nothing interesting about that. About them just yes queening each other all day and doing women empowerment and not ever being held. Like the profile of that is literally what everybody is rejecting right now. If you look at the different aspects of the internet, like the manosphere and like how men are like raging right now, is against that specific prototype of woman. I mean, I guess women will watch it. I guess that's who it's for. But don't want to see it. No, Sam, I am. I will not watch it on a boat. I will not watch it with a goat. I will not watch it, Sam, I am. I'm not, I just don't want to. Yeah, I mean, it was getting better, T-Bird. Let's see how it ends. If they keep that lady around, I ain't going to be able to do it, though. I don't want to see her. I don't. I just don't. And what happened to NFL wise? I guess nobody wanted to watch that because it's no longer on. I did like Kiafa though on that show. I don't remember seeing this lady on there. I only remember Kiafa. It's not women in pop. Listen, those women, and I'm saying I'm sure some of them are great, right? But it seems to me it's just an event for self-aggrandizement. It's like narcissistic women who want to be praised and revered, and they create environments so that they get that, like they get off by that kind of stuff. And because the type of information that they give it in there, it ain't shit deep that you can't get from one just sitting down and cutting through your own bullshit and going to therapy. Like, one, don't believe your own hype. Okay. Two, treat people the way you want to be treated. Three, get over what hurt you. Like, it's the same self-help book. Y'all bought it already. Just read it again. And it's nothing different. They not, this is you to go and look at them all made up in their lace front wigs and their good old Versace's and show you that they made it, because look at me. Don't I look like I made it? Look at me. Now, you can be just like me, because I'm going to give you my blueprint, because I was able to be successful and you not no different than me. So if you do what I did, then I can show you how I did it. That's called being a narc. Those are narcissistic as gatherings for a bunch of women who have low self-esteem, trying to look up to some other broad who they feel like has got what it is that they want to get. You don't need to give them folks $75, $80, $100 a plate to go and listen to them hoes talk about real estate, how they made it in real estate. You want to wear 6-inch stiletto shoes like me? You want to be popping like me? You want to wear designer like me? It's a scam. It's a whole other version of the whole scam culture. It is a money. That's literally what I'm saying. It's literally a money grab. And they're doing it off the backs of women who really truly need help and need the encouragement. Because if you were really going to do like an empowerment and encouragement thing, there should be like aftercare involved in it. It should be like long term. Just come and eat with us and listen to me, encourage you, and give you a motivational speech. I didn't even know people still did that. I thought they just did that within like larger events like the Black Woman Expo or something. But just come and listen to some hoes talk to you about something and they gonna charge you. And I've seen like these masterminds classes and like all these courses and stuff that these folks are selling. I got into that for a while, and I'm telling you, it is a scam. It's literally the Wizard of Oz scam. You had it in you the entire time. You didn't need anybody else to tell you. What you've been looking for, you've had it in you all along. Whitney Houston already told y'all, the greatest love of all is right inside of me. Y'all have already got the message. You just need to activate the message. And those folks ain't they charging you for something that's free. No, because Tisha's fans got lives and don't have time for this. And they get bored real quick. Yeah, it is freely given. But I'm telling you, it comes from a space of narcissism, of that you think so highly of yourself that you think that people need to do more of what you're doing. Because really, truly, what you would do is you would go into the community. You wouldn't be bringing all the people to you. You're bringing all the people to you in this event because of the money aspect of it. But if you really wanted to teach, if you really just had the spirit to go out and teach, you can go out and teach. You got schools and all types of organizations that you can lend yourself to. But we already saw how that worked out when they wanted to do something for free for the community, what that response was. So you know what it's about. You don't have to charge nobody to teach them. She can be over at the Urban League teaching. You can be over at in the pulpit. You can be everywhere teaching. But that whole come to me and my empowerment thing, and we gonna do this for women, you gonna get them a bunch of gift bags with a bunch of free shit that y'all went through the Target $1 area and all the little free samples and stuff that folks had sent y'all that y'all didn't like. Y'all gonna put them in little bags and make the little girls who ain't used to having nothing feel special. And you gonna take their $70, $80 that you know that they really had to sacrifice to pay you, and you gonna do it and you gonna put it on a Gucci belt. And take a picture of yourself and put it on Instagram and talk about how you popping by my next class. Just saying. It's a scam. But I ain't got nothing else to do but talk shit, and I'm kind of bored with that. Y'all have anything else y'all want me to say? Yeah, I didn't even know what that was. I just knew that it wasn't going to happen, but I didn't know what it was supposed to be. Now, I know Butterfly going to come up and talk to y'all about this trailer too, child. Lord. I can't even believe that I got this wrapped up in this thing again. I was all but done with all of this, and then they dropped that thing yesterday, and I was like, this is a mess. But yeah, they are talking about the neighborhood talk. That's on Instagram. You got to go on Instagram to find that. It's the Instagram page is called, I think it's called The Neighborhood Talk. But it may be a little bit hard to find, but go to Butterfly's community wall and you can see exactly how they spell it. And then put that over there on Instagram. Oh, she gave them. But see, and now those are the things that make her liable for the stuff that they do. When you can tell them that I'm going to, first of all, in order to take something away, you had to have given it, right? So to say, I'm giving y'all this event for whatever reason, she said, and then say, we can't have an event because you all are not sticking to the plan, or you all are not, you forgot what you're here for, you forgot about the goals. That sounds like directives. So to say, maybe we'll do it later, that all that we talking, that means that you are directing these people. So then when they do something terrible, you can then turn around and say that that doesn't have anything to do with you. That's not how that works. Well, that was, look, I had said that, I don't know where I was. It must have been Butterfly saying, but they cannot fire him. Again, I can't with these folks. He can't be fired. That's his production company, is his show. The network could drop the show, but we obviously knew that that didn't happen. So that was a lie anyway. Yeah. Well, there you have it. Because she could just be coming to whatever little towns that these ladies live in and do pop-ups. She can come to their church. She can come to their sorority meetings. She and the whole Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. She could be teaching through that. This ain't about teaching. This is about self-aggrandizement. We got to just be savvier about this kind of thing. And that be the thing, that folks be having such a low self-esteem that they be thinking that they're not able to, that they don't have it in them, that somebody else has to be better because they're achieving more and faster than me. That's you being in an inferior kind of like victim mindset. And that's how, those are the type of people that are such easier to scam. You making yourself a target to be scammed because you don't think you got it. You got it. I promise you do. And that's an example of something Milka Squash that cancel Carlos. I mean, she don't care nothing about it. She's not going. We just heard her say if the clip that we saw was in order, that whatever Mel was saying, she was actually responding to what Stormi was saying, and we don't know that to be true. For all we know, Mel probably actually did. Well, no, she didn't, because Stormi was like, "Say less." So I guess that was an actual sequential scene. Um, she does not have any interest in doing that. And why? Why would she if she benefits? That's all she has. So, but yeah, they over there on the neighborhood talking crazy. Let me see if I can. Can I? I don't know how to do it. I can't share anything, y'all, but I do have it up. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can tell y'all exactly. So, hold on. I'm gonna tell you for y'all, for those of y'all who are looking for it on neighborhood talk. The neighborhood talk, one word on Instagram. The neighborhood talk, one word on Instagram. And it's bad. I feel bad. No, I really don't. Only time she says something is when it affects her, like when they was mass emailing that man she was dating. Well, that goes to show you that I mean, here's the thing. She might be convincing people who have faith in her of these things, but for folks who aren't part of that religion, we can see all that stuff clearly, and so can courts. And it's also publicly documented on social media that doesn't. Now, Stormi, who knows? She probably isn't taking it that route because her revenge is her success, right? But if Stormi wanted to, if she wanted to, she got more than enough to do it. And it's likely, I think it's likely that she would win. I do. Why wouldn't she? Everything, all the elements of a defamation case, she has. She specifically has. Martell has it too. The two of them are the only ones I think who actually have grounds for real litigation. And the fact that she would not, I really feel like it was strategic. I don't want to blow Stormi's spot up, but for her to ask that question the way she asked it, I think that's what was needed for everybody to be able to do their lawsuits. Where do you stand? No one else has asked a question that way. Michelle, you better preach. If y'all have not listened to The Greatest Love of All about Whitney Houston in your adult years, it will minister to your spirit. Listen to it. I think Ariane, I don't know. Not sure. Martell, yes, because of the business component of the defamation of his wine and everything that he tries to do. Like we see the videos of it. Like there's a concerted effort to put roadblocks up. I mean, down to black too. And I think that's what. But see, now this is all starting to make sense about what this season is about, because all of them are laying their grievances out on the floor. They're all laying those grievances out. Each one of them have had an opportunity this season to lay their grievances out against her fan base. And I think that it ties it up when they're all sitting together and Stormi asks her, "Where do you stand?" It, blockhead. It ain't her fault though. Right, right. Yes. But where do you stand? Do you think that's okay? I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to say, okay, say less. That's what they all needed. They all needed for her to not denounce them, because then she can make them she's responsible. You can make the argument that she's responsible. Whether or not she actually is would have to come through a court of law, of course, right? But the argument can be made and the connection can be made. And she definitely could be the defendant. Someone could say that she uses this online mob of people to antagonize and to online bully and harass. It's a organized online harassment campaign that is directed by and led by her, evidenced by her unwillingness to denounce it. The same shit they got Trump on, y'all. Y'all understood it then. Now y'all don't understand it now. That's weird. Yeah, they do, and that's exactly what I'm saying. I think that that's what this season is about, is building all that up. Yeah, she should have. I mean, but I think it's trickier with Ariane because of the situation. I'm not saying that it isn't. It's definitely harassment. I don't know if it's libel or defamatory though, but it's definitely harassment. I don't know what the legal remedies are for harassment other than like a cease and desist, or if it's like physical, it would be a restraining order, right? But as far as like defamation, like that, we know that you can get monetary damages for that. Marcella, I don't think nobody is gonna do no RICO based on this. I don't think so. They would need, it would have to be like illegal, some illegal aspect. Like RICOs are not the way that they've been using RICOs lately. It's not even how they were intended to be used, which is why probably a lot of those current RICO cases are probably going to ultimately be overturned. Because folks, what are they doing right now is like using a lot of laws and stuff that aren't meant for that. Folks is twisting stuff. And that's why the Supreme Court is overturning a lot of stuff, because folks was fugazi with the way that they set stuff up in the first place. They knew that they were wrong, and they did it anyway. And then they want the Supreme Court to come and make a decision. It's like, y'all already knew what you were doing. You knew that it wasn't going to hold. They don't care. I don't know about the RICO. Maybe the cyberbullying, stalking, and defamation, yeah. But a RICO charge is supposed to be is for larger criminal organizations. I'm not gonna say that I think that Melody is no criminal organization. I don't think that she's criminal at all. I think that she's just a woman who's hurt and is allowing her hurt and her pain to lead her into doing things and condoning things that she probably wouldn't normally do. But I don't think it's a criminal enterprise. Unless these folks human trafficking, they drug trafficking, or like are they selling dope, like just talking shit over the internet, that ain't it. But definitely calling people's businesses and like it's all harassment. It's all harassment. But we'll see. We will see. All right, y'all. That's all I got. I'm interested to see how that turns out. I'm not excited to hear about Stormi leaving the show, because I really think that she could be that girl for the show. But she doesn't. I mean, none of them need it. This is the thing. I don't think people do these shows all the time because they need it. The show is a way for them to market their other businesses that they do need. It's advertisement for them that they're getting paid to do. So in a lot of ways, it makes a lot of sense for them to do the shows, not for the money that they make, the check that the network gives them for the show, but the money and the access that the show gives from the platform. It's just a hard thing to prove. Most RICO cases fall apart because RICO was made for the mob, and they have bodies. That could be one of the reasons she's leaving. Maybe. You said who was out, Marcella? I don't know how to do this. Hold on. Hold on. 'Cause y'all know I can't do the code. Y'all be talking in code. I put the Stormi. Oh, you saying that she's out? Well, I don't want her to go. Y'all know I don't even really particularly care for her, but I care for the potential that she has. The potential of it is really dope. But if she leaves, then who else is gonna rise to the occasion? And that may I don't know, y'all. All right, well I am about to log off of here. Oh wait, no, somebody came on. Oh, it is Marcella. Hey,
I'm sick. I'm sick, y'all.
hey
But yeah,
Marcella.
Stormy is leaving because TikTok is getting ready to take her to elevate her to work on other people projects to help them sell it. She's moving to LA,
Mm,
and she's trying to start this family there too. And she's
mm,
leaving, and she's saying that these people are coming after her TikTok brand. They're coming after her business. So she think it's better for her and her family if she leaves because it's a condemnation on her mom, her dad, and her husband. And people just keep coming after her for no reason. And she said that she wouldn't even be in the radar of some of these people if it wasn't for her being on that show. And then there's one more that's getting ready to leave now. I can't tell until she confirmed to me that she's actually leaving for good. But there is a couple that's tired of this and they're talking about leaving. And it's this much from leaving. So y'all, I hope they don't because if they do, or they're going to change the title of Love and Maritinesville, put it on hiatus after this part right here, because nobody believes Marcel messed around.
no, no, don't nobody believe that. And
And
people
so
in
I
this
think he,
with,
mhm,
with the insinuation too.
yeah. And it's in this show, and it seemed like, baby, turn that off. Okay. It seems like this show is trying to break down everybody on its way out. It's crazy. I thought that once they went off for a little while, people was gonna stop talking about the show, but now it's heightened. It's more talk on this and everything. But this show was set up this season to go after people going after the different content because they told Carlos we can't take it. They're going after our real lives, our business, and
Yeah,
everything. And then the girl over there acting innocent, like that ain't me. I can't control them. Mira, cata la boca. Cata la boca, tú entiendo. Tú frey. And so, it seemed like, everybody's being attacked publicly. I want to let y'all know that Black was closed last year.
right.
And it was only closed for 3 days, but they making it seem like it was closed for all this time and all this stuff was wrong with it. It was some things not up to par because he bought the whole shopping strip. I've been there. He bought the whole shopping strip, and some of the things was not up to par, not in the bar, but in the shopping strip because it's all connected. And they got it done, and it was back open. And believe me, somebody is putting their business out. It seemed like before they know it, somebody down there is pulling their taxes and everything. I owe taxes right now. I got the bill last week, but if you look it up today, I owe those taxes. So it's just like they're saying that their business is being damaged and they want to get out of this.
Well, I don't blame them. Thank you for adding that little bit of context too. I don't blame them, and I think the Stormy. I mean, I guess with that makes sense too. They will have to probably change the name or do something, but it's a shit show right now, and it's not even. If there's no Stormy and if it's no Scots, I don't know what they're gonna do with it because I'm not trying to watch it with her and that lady that I just said. I do not want to see her and Shanita Foster do nothing, nothing at all unless they're gonna take off them wigs and all that makeup and be real people. They don't want to do that. I don't want to hear nothing about it. Thanks, Marcella. Bye. Oh, child, y'all, why it gotta be so deep? And for her to just not want to say, all you have to say is, no, that's wrong. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with that. They shouldn't be doing that to y'all. That's all. They not your friend. She ain't they friend. What friend? On? Do you wonder why? Maybe they probably not friends with her. Perhaps because they going through all this stuff behind her fans, and she don't say nothing about it. That's why they not her friends. Block face. That's why. If I had a big old fan base and my homegirls was like getting dragged behind it, like that just would not go on. It just would not be a thing. I would very clearly and very easily get up there and be like, nah, look, I understand that y'all like me. And you can like me without hating other people. Like that ain't that's not the kind of time we're on. And that's not what pretty girls do. Like I don't do mean girl. But if you do mean girl, and if you do want them to drag all of the people who you don't like, then of course you wouldn't say anything about it because they're working as they're designed to work. I don't know nothing about that lady. All I know is that she doesn't look like it looks plastic. Like white chicks. Like when you remember y'all seen Miss Doubtfire? One of my favorite movies. Miss Doubtfire when he was like, make me a cake. You know, he was trying to make the face with his brother-in-law and them. That's look like what the process that this person went through. I don't think that's how she really looked. So until then, until she reveals her true identity, I don't think she should be on this show having being able to say nothing to nobody. Period. And I don't know if I don't ever really see Mel outside of the show because I don't follow her on social media or anything. But when I've seen like clips, it looks like she has filters on. So I don't know how much of that is actually real. Did she really do her face? I think that those are filters, y'all. I think Melody uses filters. And I think that she's just kind of like amped up the makeup a bit. I don't know if I buy that if she did, she's within her right to do that. Everybody does it. I don't think it's anything wrong with it. Um, yeah, my only issue with Mel is her not taking accountability and for her playing in people's faces and just not moving on. Like, and I think that anybody should be able to say that. She stay with filters. Uh, Look, a filter come in handy sometimes. She looked the best at that cabin trip. Her skin ain't bad, but she has to wear filters. She's a pretty girl. All of them are beautiful women. They are. I think that just culturally right now, like there is an obsession with like heavy, heavy, heavy makeup, the heaviest wig you can find. Like it really is like we're in competition with drag queens. I really think that. I think that we act like we're in competition with them. And when drag queens say that black women stole their look from them, like I'd like to hear that debated. I would love to hear that debate on where this stuff came from because the drag girls say that that's where women got it from them. But then women say, well, y'all was imitating us in the first place. They're like, right, imitate it. Like, y'all don't need all, like, we got to do, if you got a beard and a mustache, a 5 o'clock shadow, and you got a chiseled chin and a chiseled because you a man, but you do drag, yeah, you might need some fondant and all that stuff on your face to pull it off. If you actually are a woman, you may not need all that. That's why drag performers do it because they're trying to approximate women, but they aren't actually women and don't a lot of drag performers don't want to be women. Drag performers and trans people are not the same group. So just put that aside for a second. If we're talking about female impersonators, right? Female impersonators, which people now call drag queens, like they're female impersonators. So they are dressing up to look like women. If you are already a woman, why are you dressing up to look like one? That's where it comes on a little strong. That's where it comes off like you look like a drag queen who just got in a fight. with your wig off. It's too much. I've been mean today, y'all. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I need a coffee. I have a headache. Mel's a beautiful woman. She just has super bitter soul. Ugh. I'm gonna leave her soul between her Tisha and her Lord, because I don't know. I just know how she presents on this show, and it ain't. It just it. Ugh. All right, y'all. I really don't have nothing of substance left to say. Unless y'all got questions or something else that y'all want me to talk about, I'm going to just go ahead and log off. Yes, they have to do heavy makeup to hide facial hair. They do, to hide facial hair and a whole lot of other stuff. Like if you see them come out of drag, like a lot of those men are regular gay men who don't want to be women. Like they are perfectly fine being men, but they like to perform as women. So therefore, they have to. It's just like any other stage performance. If you're pretending to be an older woman, a younger woman, like in a stage play or in a movie, like you have to have the theatrical makeup. Like that's a whole different type of makeup artist. And that's literally what these women are putting on to like go to the store. It's like, why are you doing all of that? And men don't like it. But I'm saying, if Miss Foster wants me, because it's about me, because it's my channel, but to take her seriously, she can't talk to none of the other girls until she take down all that stuff. She gonna have to wash her face, put on a sweatsuit, and stop talking to them like she at one of her women empowerment sessions, because I don't think none of them girls signed up. Or maybe that's why Mel has her there. Maybe she's supposed to be the lady that's supposed to be. That's what it is. She probably got her there for that. No, thank you. Oh, the way she was on TV. Oh, it's the same. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I don't know if the show comes on tomorrow or if the hiatus has began or when it starts. Um, but that's gonna be it for this. Go over there to the neighborhood talk. It's bad. If you are shadow watching and that's your girl, they need you over there on Instagram at the neighborhood watch. Or what's it called? Not neighborhood watch, child. Neighborhood talk. They need y'all over there. You don't need to be here. Go over there and take up for y'all friend, because they still dragging her and it's bad. And it's kind of, it's, some of it is funny, but it's bad. And y'all need to go check on her, because y'all know she don't do that well. She don't do criticism well at all. Y'all need to go check on her. I'll post it. I'll post a link on my wall. Okay, y'all. Bye.